let's come to care economy and monetized economy. Let's understand what is care economy and what is monetized. देखो simple language में, बहुत simple language में, those activities which are caring for other people, for example किसी को पढ़ाना, teaching someone, taking care of someone, कोई बीमार है उसका ध्यान रखना, all these are part of care economy. They may be paid or unpaid. Ensure making food for someone, like my parents have my mom has made food for me throughout her life, but it was not a paid thing, but it's part of care economy. अगर वो paid भी होता तब भी it's part of care economy. So care is the keyword here. Care economy refers to work provided by people in sectors such as health, education, personal care of dependents and domestic work. It can include both paid and unpaid activities. Paid कैसे? जैसे मैं पढ़ा रहा हूं आप लोगों को, वैसे this entity is a commercial entity, but पढ़ा रहे हैं, that's kind of, am I getting paid for it? Yes. आपकी कल तबीयत खराब है, we hire a nurse to take care of you. Is that is part of care economy? Yes. We have cook who cooks food for us. She is working as part of care economy, but it is paid. But many a times, your father taking care of you when you are unwell, your mother cooking food for you, that's also part of care economy, but that is unpaid. तो care economy में दोनों components हो सकते हैं, paid component भी हो सकता है and unpaid भी. तो paid care activities include services provided by teachers in schools, care provided by nurses in hospitals, homes. Unpaid care activities include unpaid domestic services for own use within households such as cooking, cleaning, shopping. Unpaid caregiver services to persons of own household such as looking after children, older or sick persons. Unpaid community or voluntary service or services rendered free to other households or the community in your locality. आप जाके किसी दूसरे घर में, उनके यहाँ शादी है तो खाना बनवा रहे हो, प्लेट उठवा रहे हो, ये सारी चीजें हम करते हैं. That is also part of care economy, but that is unpaid. तो care economy में activities can be paid, activities can be unpaid. Okay, now हमें यहाँ पे unpaid care economy पे थोड़ा फोकस करना, because the question is about monetizing care economy. How can care economy be brought into monetized economy? मतलब अभी भी care economy में lot of section is there which is not monetized. Right? So let us look at some key features of care economy. In care economy or unpaid care economy, women are generally overrepresented. मैंने बोलने के लिए जेंडर इक्वालिटी के पर्सपेक्टिव से बोल तो दिया कि my father will be taking care of me, but it was always the mother who took care of us. Most of the time, it was always the mother who took care of us. When we were unwell, it was mother, whether working or non-working, who was taking care of us. When we need something to eat, it is mother which is taking care of us. Right? So women are generally overrepresented among care workers in a range of jobs like nurses, personal carers, teachers, child care assistants, domestic work. सारी चीजों में what do we see? Women being overrepresented. In fact, UN system of national accounts do not even consider this while measuring GDP. Unpaid care economy वाला component है ना, जैसे when I'm unwell, जब मेरी तबीयत खराब है and let's say I get a nurse to take care of me. अब उनको we may be paying 1,000 rupees a day, but when the same thing is being done by my mother, it is unpaid. So when the nurse was taking care of me, it was considered part of the GDP. She has contributed in the GDP growth. She has provided service and thus has contributed in the GDP growth. Whereas when my mother is taking care of me, unpaid care economy wala component, unpaid care activities are not even considered while measuring GDP of the country. So United Nations system of national account leave out much of this work while calculating GDP. It excludes the production of services within the household for own use or for the use of the household. ये दो important चीजें हैं हमें समझनी होंगी. एक, who is overrepresented? women is overrepresented in unpaid care economy, unpaid care activities. And second, these unpaid care activities are generally not included when we are measuring production in the economy. This is a service that should have been included in the production of an economy. Got it? Now, इसके concerns क्या है? First, it negatively hampers women and girls' well-being and gender equity. How? Women are overrepresented. According to ILO, women spend 3.2 times more hours on unpaid care work globally than men. This is not only the situation in India. Unpaid care work mein who's spending more time? Women. Now, when she does this, she is not able to participate in paid work. She is not able to participate in education effectively. She is not able to take care of herself, her own health. Domestic work is a hindrance to women's labor force participation. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे, एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जाएंगे, वहां पे हम समझेंगे पीरियोडिक लेबर फोर्स पार्टिसिपेशन वाला सीन देखोगे, नंबर्स देखोगे उनके, तो वुमेन का पार्टिसिपेशन बहुत कम है. It's because many of them are involved in domestic work. Even those women who are able to enter the paid labor market, they face multiple challenges. They face motherhood employment penalty, they face motherhood wage penalty, they face motherhood leadership penalty. Now, what is this motherhood employment penalty, motherhood wage penalty, motherhood leadership penalty? जब we'll see situations when a woman is pregnant, किसी ना किसी बहाने से उसकी प्रेगनेंसी से जस्ट पहले या इन द इनिशियल फेज ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी शी वुड बी सेंट ऑन लीव और शी वुड बी लूजिंग हर जॉब बिकॉज एट द टाइम ऑफ डिलीवरी उनको लीव विदाउट पे देना, लीव विद पे देना पड़ेगा. तो दिस इज मदरहुड एम्प्लॉयमेंट पेनल्टी. बिकॉज शी इज अ मदर, शी फेसेस this employment penalty. Similarly, there is wage penalty because she to take care of the child. Primarily responsibility किस पे जा रहा है? Females पे जा रहा है. Take care of the child. She would stay out of the work. She would not be able to gain those skills. And motherhood leadership penalty. Leadership positions में भी we will see women who are mothers are much lesser in number. Why? Because उनके लाइफ में बहुत सारा फेज इन चीजों में चले जाता है, अनपेड केयर वर्क में चला जाता है. Women are often overrepresented in informal and vulnerable work, such as care providers, healthcare workers, small entrepreneurs. Whereas formal and more powerful positions में women का representation is lesser. Time poverty leading to emotional and physical stress for women. Now, what is this time poverty? देखो, एक जो working women होती है ना, she works for the entire day in office, and then she goes home. She starts cooking. She starts ensuring कि कपड़े वॉशिंग मशीन में जा रहे हैं और खुद से धो रही हैं. तो she faces what is known as a time poverty. She is not able to find time for anything. वो अपने फिटनेस पे ध्यान नहीं दे सकती, वो अपने मेंटल हेल्थ, उनका मेंटल हेल्थ भी खराब रहता है. This is the time poverty that is being discussed. चाहे वो पेड वर्क कर रही हो, चाहे डोमेस्टिक वर्क कर रही हो, she gets the least time, and we'll see this in almost all the families. It is mother who will get up the earliest and would go to bed the last by ensuring कि हाँ हर चीज हो गई है. The unequal distribution of care responsibilities has gendered implications for women's and girls' rights and equality, their income, their livelihood, their health, well-being, public participation, crisis resilience. Everything has been negatively impacted by unpaid care economy. Why do we need to make it monetized? Care economy को monetize कर देने से क्या फायदे होंगे? Suppose बच्चों को पढ़ाना, उनका ध्यान रखना, खाना बनाना, ये सारी चीज monetized होती. Someone would have come and done it, and this woman would have been free to participate in other economic activities as per her potential. She may be cooking only in other households and earning more income rather than if childcare was taken care of, if enough creche facilities were available to take care of the children. So she could continue working. The challenges that she faces because of motherhood would not have been there. If male had taken half of the responsibility, even then there could have been empowerment, there could have been opportunities. Right? So what is the way forward? इंटरनेशनल लेबर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने ना 5R फ्रेमवर्क दिया था. इनफैक्ट पहले 2008 में एक रिसर्च पेपर ने 3R फ्रेमवर्क दिया था, उसको इंटरनेशनल लेबर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिप्लेस बाय 5R फ्रेमवर्क टू improve the care economy वाला situation or to ensure that care economy gets converted into is included in the monetized economy. First, recognize. Recognition is what? Recognition is this ki yaar, the work which is being done is crucial, is important for welfare of people. खाना बनाना, किसी के poor health में ध्यान रखना, all these things, without these things, humans will not be able to survive. So first is the recognition. There's a need to recognize care as a foundational, positive and center of all human life and activity. Only when this recognition happens, we'll understand the significance of this work and we'll be able to attract people from different gender in this work. Otherwise, what happens? Household work को ना inferior work मान लिया जाता है, care work को inferior work मान लिया जाता है. First, we have to give it its due recognition. We have to talk about 5R. First R is recognition. Second is reduce the drudgery and time spent. That is, a women who तो इस पे things like ensuring we have piped gas connection available so that a woman doesn't have to go for collecting wood. We have piped water supply. Again, care economy में a lot of time should not be spent on useless things. These are important, these are crucial. And we have to reduce the overspending of time on these things because of inefficient infrastructure, because of lack of availability of resources. Third, redistribute. Perhaps the most important part. Not only men, only women, but also men have to be part of this care work. So care work from women to men or from household to other stakeholders. Now, a very important part. We have to redistribute care work from women to men also and from households to other stakeholders like market, government and NGOs. अब बच्चे का केयर का क्या काम सिर्फ हाउसहोल्ड का क्यों होना चाहिए? तो हाउसहोल्ड का होना चाहिए. Mother and father should together take care of the child. That's true. That is why we have said ki redistribute it to father. But suppose both of them are working. In that situation, there should be private players, government or NGOs contributing there. How? Private creche facilities can be there, play schools can be there, उनका penetration बढ़ सकता है. Government can provide more facilities, जैसे आंगनवाड़ी सेंटर्स है जहां बच्चे 4-5 घंटे के लिए रह सकते हैं, उसको और स्ट्रेंथन किया जा सकता है और लंबे टाइम के लिए रह सकते हैं, so that women is available for full time work. NGOs can play a role there. NGOs can initiate good quality creche facilities, good quality child care facilities. तो redistribute this work women से men पे and household से other stakeholders like NGOs, government and private players. Then reward. Just rewards for care workers. Now, just reward for care workers, there are two dimensions. One, creche facilities जो run कर रहे हैं, they should be able to get the right reward so that वो sustainable हो. They have people with right skills. Only when they'll be earning profit, they'll be able to get people with right skills. Second, we can also think of women who is a housewife. उसको एक income allocate करना. और उसको एक income allocate करना either from husband's income, because husband's income में उनका contribution है, और government initiatives like अभी Delhi government has announced we will be paying 2100 rupees to every woman. Those kind of initiatives could be crucial in ensuring that we are giving right rewards to women. And then representation and voice in decision making. The care workers or women who is taking care of household, unka representation in decision making has to increase. That will be crucial. Care workers ka representation in decision making has to go up so that they'll be able to raise issues which are relevant to them, which are, they can say ki yaar, I'm taking care of my child, but now my child is 3 years of age and I want कि स्कूल के बाद उसको एक अच्छी फैसिलिटी मिले जहां पे वो पढ़ सके, खेल सके and I'll pick her up at 6 p.m. in the evening when my work is over. So she'll be able to raise these issues when her voice is heard. But when her voice is not heard, what would happen? हस्बैंड कहते ठीक है ना, वाइफ ध्यान रख रही है, अब क्या बनाना? हस्बैंड बोलेगा कि प्लेग्राउंड बनाओ. डिसीजन मेकिंग में अगर मेल्स का ही वॉइस रहेगा. तो द 5R strategy was given by ILO. Recognize, reduce, redistribute, reward and representation. पहले ये तीन methods were given in a 2008 research paper. So we do not have to know those things in that much depth. ILO expanded it to increase it to 5R methodology to do what? To improve caregivers situation. Then some other suggestions are there. If 5R things have been given by ILO, there are other things like improving care infrastructure. Water, sanitation, energy, transport, food services, healthcare infrastructure. They should be improved for people living with HIV, disability, and for pregnant women. Care infrastructure improve होने से क्या होगा? Caregivers burden would reduce, caregivers efforts would reduce, and these things may be monetized already. So care activities getting monetized. Second, care related social protection like cash transfer, cash for care, tax benefit and non-contributory pension schemes are crucial. जैसे एक women है, उसको ना कोई pension scheme नहीं मिलती है if she is a housewife, right? It's important that she gets a non-contributory pension scheme. Non-contributory, that she will not contribute anything. Still, at the time of retirement, she gets some pension. Similarly, tax benefits, cash for care. These are certain other things which we need to provide to women. Employment related cares. Now, this is also very important. देखो, एक woman who wants to work, she is not able to because बच्चों के लिए क्रैश फैसिलिटी नहीं है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन अच्छा नहीं है, ये चैलेंजेस होते हैं. तो वी आर सेइंग कि विल आल्सो नीड टू वर्क ऑन दैट. एम्प्लॉयमेंट रिलेटेड केयर, लीव पॉलिसीज, फैमिली फ्रेंडली वर्किंग अरेंजमेंट्स, फ्लेक्सिबल टाइमिंग, career breaks, sabbaticals, crash facility at workplace, maternity benefit and paternity leave benefits, they all need to be strengthened in order to ensure that women who gets disempowered because of being a mother, because of being a child carer, do not face those issues, do not face those challenges.